How's it going, YouTube? This is Zeke from Coyotemon Plays, and today we have a match between Galantmon and D-Brigade. D-Brigade will start us off with a Commandramon Digivolving over Pagu, and then Hagurumon pitching the same blocker Commandramon to draw 3. Gallant will hatch a Gigimon, Digivolve into Guilmon. And then we will see that Digivolve into a Growlmon for 2. And then slamming down, I believe that's a Tocado. Sorry about the glare there. Yep, there's the Tocado. Check in the inheritables. We see Commandramon promoted, swing in, grabbed a Digimon with the Pagu effect, swing in with Haguru, hits another Tocado, and then plays out the Commandramon to choke for 1. So I have noticed the Gallantmon decks have been struggling a lot this format because there's not much upfront for them to delete. But here in a D-Brigade matchup, it's a little bit different. So he's actually able to swing in, and because something died, delete other things, gain memory. So actually in a D-Brigade deck, the Gallant actually has a much better matchup than, say, the big stack decks that just hide and raising. But our commander was able to search its own self off the top and play. So let's see how Gallant will pass turn. We see a Cool Boy played, grabbing a Guilmon X. That's the other thing about the Gallant decks, is the Guilmon X actually has a deletion ability instead of a search like the others. But we see Red Memory Boost played. It's going to grab a Gallantmon and pass turn. The Sumemon is hatched. Put it in your hand, not in play. Alright, we'll Digivolve into Commandramon and then swing in, hitting the tie. Yep, Ultimate Flare is played, clearing the stack on board. So Digivolves down to a rookie and then pops a rookie. Alright. We'll hatch Gigimon. Play out the Searcher Guilmon. It's able to grab the Tocado. And he grabs the Guilmon. Actually, no, it can only grab Growl or Gallant, so can't search itself. But now he's got the Gil X he can go into, which will pop. And he'll use the Cool Boy effect. Gain 1, draw 1. And he'll gain 2 from the Tocados. So very efficient memory when there's actually things to pop in the Gallant deck. Digivolves into Growlmon. And then into War Growl. Digivolves into the War Growl X to mark 1 Digimon so they lose memory, and then pops a 6k or lower. So he gains even more memory. Very efficient so far. But unfortunately he does not have Rush, so he won't be able to swing with this stack. He's going to pop the Mem Boost. Go into Gallant. Oh, he does swing with it, so yeah, this was a mistake. Alright, he does take it back. Yeah, it's not often you build out in the front anymore. So we see Guilmon and then Growlmon to pass over to 1. And then, because it's D-Brigade, it's just gonna get punched away. Bunch of little small Digimon with extremely powerful option cards. Nothing to delete this time, so he won't gain as much memory, but we'll see if he can climb. So it goes into the War Growl X, gain 1, draw 1 from Cool Boy. So all the way up to 8 memory. Digivolves into War Growl for 3. Digivolves into Gallantmon. Swinging in, I believe that is 3 checks. And he would delete a Digimon, but since no Digimon was deleted, he gets plus 3k and survives those Darkdramon swings. D-Brigade was running it early, but now they are both at 2. So for 1, he will Digivolve into Galantmon X. If there's nothing to delete, he's actually able to unsuspend. And he does keep the 3k when swinging before, so that's 2 more checks. Nanimon gets played, and then Blitz Omni for game. And that'll wrap up game 1. Moving into game 2 here, D-Brigade will start us off by Digivolving into the blocker Commandermon in the back, and then playing out another blocker out front. We'll see Gigimon hatch, Digivolve into the starter deck Guilmon. Into, I believe that's Growlmon X. And then into War Growlmon to pass back over to 1. We'll see Commandermon swing. It dies, grabs a card with Pagu. Swings in, hits a Cool Boy. And actually able to pick up the X Antibody option. Having a Digimon on board is actually really good for that War Growl. We see it promote up. Digivolve into War Growl X, so he will mark them both and then delete them both, gaining 2 memory back and security attack +1. I always like to point it out, but it is your opponent losing 2 memory and not you gaining 2 memory, so this does also get around memory blockers. But it looks like he doesn't quite have the Gallant, so we're going to search, pick up a Growl. I believe he should have grabbed the Tocado there too. I think that was a misplay. I'll have to check if it's only 1 or if you get multiple targets off the Guilmon. But we're still gonna swing in for 2 checks, because a Digimon was deleted, but the Iron Fist pops it anyway. It's always the trouble with D-Brigade. So many rookies, and then you always seem to hit every single option in security. Tocado's played, Pagu's hatched, Digivolve into the Vanilla Commandermon, and then play the On Deletion Commandermon. Digivolve into the Warp Geel in the back. Not really much of a game to get warping, but we will see a deletion here. Reveals the top 3, plays out another Vanilla 5k, gains 1 from the Tocado. Digivolves into Growl. And then War Growl. Sorry, Growlmon X. So many Growls. But is he able to pop the Commandermon this turn? Oh, so he has the X Antibody. Digivolves into, I believe that's War Growlmon. And he's able to blitz in, Digivolving into the War Growl X to pop it, gain 1, and that should be security attack +1. Let's see if we hit another option. Ah, we hit the Darkdramon. So sad. Sorry if I sound salty to the D-Brigade players out there, but there's been so many times where I had the perfect answer in security. It's always amusing to me. So swing in with the vanilla, it dies, grab up another Commandramon off the Pagu effect, just play it out to pass turn. Chipping away at that security little by little. Is he going to promote? Popping that Commandramon right now does have the chance to get another one. So we just see the Searcher Geo come down. Looks like he's missing a few pieces. Choosing between the Growl and the War Growl X. Decides on War Growl X. D-Brigade will hatch into Sumemon and swing in. Looks like we get the 2-drop Commandramon played. Digivolve Hagurumon. And playing out a Kazu to choke to 2. He has lethal on board with the 2 swings right now, so Gallant's gonna have to clear at least something. And we know with the Growl deck, it's really easy to delete things. It's kind of its whole deal. So we see Gallantmon X Digivolve to pop the rookie. Now able to go all the way up to 4 memory. Let's see if we can keep it going. Digivolving into War Growl X. No deletion effect, but no targets. Digivolving into Gallant, and he does get to Blitz. I believe that's just security attack +1. And there's the Izzy. And there's the Darkdramon. So that should seal game right here. Promote up. Gain all the memory in the world. Swing in. And Darkdramon for game. And that's going to close it up. So now we are 1-1 and on to round 3. D-Brigade's gonna start us off again, hatching Pagu into Blocker Commandra, and then playing out the 2-drop Commandramon. We see Gigimon hatch, Digivolve into the starter deck Geel, into Growlmon X, and then into War Growlmon to pass back over. We see the blocker promoted, but swings in. Gets a Digimon off the Pagu effect. Swinging in, hitting Growl. At this point, you almost want all of your D-Brigades just to die so they don't get all the on-deletion effects. So he drops one and then passes, so looks like there wasn't a more optimal play. But we do have War Growl there. We're gonna promote him up. Digivolve, pop, lose 1 memory. Able to play out the blocker Commandramon. He does have security attack +1 currently. Funny enough, he did get the 1 blocker, but I believe with this, he'll be able to delete on swing. And with that, should be 3 checks. It's only 11. He didn't get the +3k this time because he did delete something. And Kangu. I don't think he has any recovery, but yeah, he wouldn't be able to swing in with anything little. We are at 0 memory still, so going to Digivolve into the Gallant X for 1, which will pop the Nanimon and trash his security. And then D-Brigade will start us back off, hatching Sumemon. If he has a way to deal with his stack, counting D-Brigades and trash. See the Ultimate Flare, but it's really the Iron Fisted Onslaught that's needed right now. Because yeah, this Ultimate Flare played will de-Digivolve 3, but we still have a War Growlmon on that side. Digimon is hatched. Does he have another Gallant in a Blitz play? Alright, we see Cool Boy come down. Finds War Growl X. So that'll help out a little bit. Now we can Digivolve into the War Growl X to gain 1, draw 1. I think he actually only drew 1. He should have drawn 1 for Digivolve and 1 for Cool Boy. And we see the Gallant there. And we see he's got the Crimson mode, but he doesn't have a Tocado to blitz with. So we'll see how we can close this game out here. I believe he was still just afraid of what might actually happen in security, but he does swing, hits Darktramon, and we do blitz for game. So here's the D-Brigade list. I sadly don't have the Gallant list for you, but as soon as I get it, I'll pin it in a comment for you guys. But until next time, I'll see you on the digital plane, playing the Digimon card game.